Hello to the jury members. Let me just start out by saying, I'm gonna go do a backstory of why I wanted to compete again. And yes, I was a past contestant from season 3. I was asked to return for season 4, but denied the offer because of my mental health. Then, when Jenny asked me to compete for this season, I knew right away I wanted to compete since I wanted to play more Org games. So when I was accepted, I was excited, but knew I was going to be a huge threat for being a past player. Once I was in the season, I began plotting away. Throughout pre-merge, I was making sure to stay under the radar. Yes, I did play a part in Lawrence's elimination when we actually swapped the first time. But he had it coming for actually going ahead and basically trying to derail the other contestants that we had that were actually in my tribe so they can actually vote each other. So when that came to play, I had to do the right thing, and as she explained to Blissy, I influenced her, got her to actually do the duty while I was at work, and that's how we actually got him out. Then, when after the second time we swapped, Cheryl planned on eliminating me because I cost their win. But thankfully, Caleb came into play and actually saved me from being eliminated, and we were in Exile Island. We were thinking of how we were actually going to do it when we were in Exile Island, but then when Jilly actually said about how we can actually make it to the final to merge if we actually swap one contestant from each tribe to the opposite tribe, that is a game changer. However, I knew straight away if I actually did the decision, people will try to go after me. So, in retrospect, I went ahead and did what's best for me, which is tell Caleb or agree with Caleb with whatever decision he made, which was swapping Tanner and Gianna. That solidified both him and myself to make it to merge. But after merge, we never talked, so I just skedaddled him out of the way because I wouldn't want to actually talk with some other folks. When we hit the merge, I knew I needed some form of power to solidify my chance to make it far. I grabbed myself the Idol Nullifier when we did the the auctions. That was the last one, I think. And then I also had the Fire Idol when Jenny asked if anyone wants to join the shop. So I actually went in there, got the Fire Idol, and everyone knew. So I was like, how am I actually going to play the game if that was the case? So in retrospect, I did the right thing and just not played it because if I played it, I would have been a target early on in merge. Then, once Cheryl was eliminated, things just shifted straight on over to me somehow, but no one knew because I kept it quiet. Because she gave me everything. And when I mean everything, I mean her coins, her derpy idol that she got when she was in a derpy tribe, and her fire nullifier. And I knew straight away I was protected because I had the fire idol and the fire nullifier. But in the back of my head, I knew that if I actually kept all this power, it'll actually bit me in the butt and karma will come back after me. So, I actually gave away my fire idol to Jeffy, hopefully that he would actually use it and I will actually nullify him with my fire nullifier. But since that wasn't the case, that failed. So, when he gave it to Triss, right away, Triss told me that he actually had the fire idol, and then that got me thinking, maybe I should actually use that as towards my advantage. So, when we came down to the final 10, it was actually a double elimination, basically, and we were actually in two different teams. I went to Nick, convinced him to use a fire nullifier on Triss because Triss was trying to go after Zach. But that was failed because once Caleb came into play after the last second, they went ahead and eliminated him. But either ways, I didn't care because a player is gone, I make it far. And glad that Tanner came back at that point. Then, when Jeffy, well, let me actually I don't think that's actually it. But let me just say this. Oh, let me retract back what happened there. During the time that I was actually in tribal during the final 10, yes, I did convince Jeffrey to vote for Barb because of the way that she's actually playing the game and actually winning all those, buying all those immunity idols and to keep herself safe. So I knew that was actually a threat in my head. And thankfully, I won that challenge, and that was the only time I won. Then, when it came down to the final 9, when Jeffy used his going straight to Rock's Advantage or whatever it's called, whatnot, I used my Derpy Idol, so wait, I can actually I can be safe from being rocked out. And then, during the second half of Tribal, when all the votes were for Derek, but then Derek was actually going to use his idol to save himself, I went ahead straight away used that nullifier to get him out of the game. And that was the only time I actually played. I mean, I felt that was like the third time when I actually played the game. Because, yeah, that was what I had to do. Now, there was one power that I kept to myself until Final 7, and that was the knowledge is power. Yes, I kept that part to myself because if I knew that I actually told anybody about it, they would use that. They would actually use that against me. It would actually get rid of me, solidifying my chances of making it where I'm at right now. So, at the final 7, when I knew a good chance was actually a good chance, I used that knowledge as power to actually steal the super idol that he actually got from Alyssa because he was trying to use it on Alyssa to actually keep him safe. And with that, I actually took it away from him, and hopefully that was actually a way. And in the end, we got him out thanks to Melissa. And then afterwards, it was me, Melissa, and Nick running the game, getting rid of Zach, Triss, and Tanner. And I still feel bad enough to actually be voting my 2 allies I actually trusted from the beginning. But a game is a game, and I had to do what was best for my game. Then, when it came down to just us 3, Nick saved me. And then again, he saved me again over Gianna. In retrospect, yes, I did backstab y'all. Yes, I probably betrayed y'all. And yes, I probably ratted y'all. I'm more specifically talking to the group. I'm more specifically talking about that time when me, Melissa, Jeffrey, Triss, and Zach were actually in that group call on Skype. And we were actually discussing who we wanted to eliminate, and they were saying that they want to go after Tanner and Nick, and I'm like, whoa, why Nick all of a sudden? So sorry to tell you this, Jeffrey, but yes, I lied to you. I didn't actually go out. I went ahead, I ratted y'all out, and told it all to Nick. But that's the thing. We kept it between us two, so no one knew until I had to spill it out. Now, other than that, let me tell you, throughout this game, I had to keep my composure. I had to make sure that I didn't actually become a threat, or either mentally or physically, or some kind of snarky or some kind of angry. I don't want to say Pomeranian because that would actually feel like I'm actually being racist to myself. But I felt like I was actually trying. I kept it. I've been trying to keep calm, cool, collected every single time we compete or actually do these kind of challenges. So I can actually make my way through the end and win this, and not really win it, and make it to the finale. And this happened all from start until finish. So yeah, that's my full story.